Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and welcome to another edition of Wild Eye Wednesday. Now, today I'm going to be taking a look at Plaguers. But before I get into my review, I wanted to take the time to thank Wild Eye for sending me this copy to review for you guys. They have an awesome company. I'm going to leave the links for their YouTube channel and their official website in the description box below. Definitely check them out. They are where it's at with independent horror. Now, Plaguers is a 2008 film which runs approximately 86 minutes and is written and directed by Brad Sykes. Now, he was responsible for Death Factory, Camp Blood, and Camp Blood 2. This stars Stephen Railsback as Tarver, and he was in Life Force, Ed Gein, and The Stuntman. This also stars Alexis Sabolis as Holloway. She was in Mouthpiece, American Trash, and The Blackout. And Noelle Paris as Kyra. She was in The Golden Veil, Princess of Mars, and Backlash. Now, this movie was shot in 2006, and director Brad Sykes wrote the screenplay with Stephen Railsback in mind for Tarver. Now, this has a pretty interesting plot, one that I'm sure we've all heard before. As a spaceship full of workers are starting to head back home after making an acquirement that they're going to make tons of money on, they get a distress signal from another ship. When they get to the other ship, they find some living people. And they're not just people, they're kind of like 4 or 5 beautiful women. So they're brought onto the other ship, and they basically try to take it over. Now, as that is happening, the priceless item that they've acquired suddenly breaks open and turns everyone who comes in contact with it into feral, kind of infected, zombie-like creatures. That's pretty much the gist of it. Excuse me. Now, here's where it gets interesting. There are movies in the 80s, of course, that I'm sure you guys have seen, like Battle Beyond the Stars, Saturn III, cheesy space movies like that were very popular in the 80s. I'm sure you can think of a dozen more. This is actually just like those. And I believe it was done purposely as a love letter to those types of movies from the 80s. I'm almost convinced because they're almost exactly like it. The characters themselves resemble a lot of 80s typical stereotypes, and I just had a ball with it. The special effects were outstanding. The makeup work was outstanding. The acting was pretty much what you would gather from a cheesy sci-fi movie of that period and era of time. And I just had a ball with it. This is a definite recommendation for any of you guys that like cheesy sci-fi movies from that period of time. I wanted to again thank Wild Eye for sending me this copy. They are awesome. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.